Good morning, Tea Talkers. It's a beautiful Monday morning, um, and it is March the 16th. Today feels really weird. I wasn't going to get on here to speak about anything that's going on in the world as far as like this whole coronavirus and all this other stuff, because I'm just not that kind of person. I really try hard to motivate and to encourage somebody, or even if I don't, just my own self. But having a conversation with my mother this morning, as we always do on my way into work, I really just felt her frustration. My mother has an autoimmune disease called lupus, and she's had this, this situation since I was in middle school. So, to see how it's made everybody, this whole topic, so crazy. People are crazy. It is pure craziness out here right now. Again, I wasn't gonna, get on my channel and say anything, negative or anything like that, and I'm still not. But I want to remind us, those that know Christ and those that are curious about Christ, I want to bring back to memory some things that he has promised his people, period. He said really and truly never to worry about anything, but to pray about everything. He also promised to be so many more things than what we just kind of utilize him for in the moment. If you need money, or, if you need a place to stay, or if you are looking for a brand new car or something like that. Those are the materialistic, monetary type things. God promised he would be so much more than that. He promised that he would be refuge. He promised that he would be a father to those that need a father, a mother to those that need a mother. He promised that he would be a WayMaker. So even in this darkest hour, or what it feels like is our darkest hour, I need to bring back to memory some things that I know that he's brought me out of. I had an encounter, several encounters, but one that I really, I knew that it was him that really got me through it. I had to have a surgery a few years back. I'd never had surgery a day in my life. As a kid, I ran, scraped up knees, things like that. I never broke a bone. I never had any real issues going on to where I needed to have surgery. Well, I got really sick. And I had, my appendix was about to erupt. It was about to pretty much like explode inside of my body. Didn't realize it. All I knew is that I just didn't feel good, and I felt a very big pain in my stomach. To make a long story short, I had to be rushed to the emergency room because I just didn't know what was going on with myself. As soon as the doctor came in, he was like, your appendix is about to erupt, so we need to do an emergency surgery. So quite naturally, one is super afraid, because being in healthcare, I knew like, okay, well, how are you going to do an emergency surgery? I haven't been NPO, this and that, blah, blah. I had a gazillion and 9,000 thoughts going through my head. But the whole entire time, all I could continue to hear was, don't worry, I got you. I went through the surgery, everything was fine, but it was the aftermath of the surgery. When I got home, I was out of work for a few days because I couldn't, my body had to heal. And I remember as I was laying on my couch, in and out of sleep, I remember very, very clearly, I felt like I was dying. My body felt like I can't keep moving. I can't fight another day. I can't do anything. I felt horrible. And I remember my mom, one of my mom's good friends, she had called me and she was like, hey, Tasha, just calling to check on you. Do you need anything? And I just told her and I began to cry. And I began to tell her, I was like, I don't feel good. My stomach hurts really bad. Now, again, reminding myself, I just had a surgery. I had never been through surgery before. But my body was just like, I just didn't want to move. I felt horrible. Just again, a lot of different things going in my mind. But I knew, like, I had to. He took me through the surgery. I came out of the surgery fine. But it was just the aftermath of healing. And to make a long story short, he began to talk to me, and he began to say, Holy Spirit began to say to me, this too shall pass. And when I tell you I was able to get up, once I finally got up, I was able to, get the Gatorades in my system, get the soups in my system, and I had to slowly just get myself back in the swing of life. So let me remind you that even in this darkest hour, you got to get up and you got to get back in the swing of things. Just because there is the pandemonium of everybody going crazy and this and that doesn't mean that God isn't still working. Because he said that he'll work everything out for the good of those who love him. I know that I can be a witness, and I know what he's brought me to and through and what he's brought me out of. And I will continue to praise his name. So for those that follow me, that support this, that even if it's just an encouraging word that I get through a text message, let this be a reminder to everybody. He's not finished. COVID-19 with my church, the church back home, says Christ over viruses, infectious, and I'll even say infections and diseases. The enemy will not have his way, period. The God that I serve, he's so much bigger than that. And let me leave you with a little bit of something that's even helping me, that literally was on my mind, fresh in my mind this morning. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. And then I have to continue to remind myself that he's a Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you, I worship you. He's a waymaker. Even in what we feel like is our darkest hour, he's still a waymaker. He's still light in very dark places. Let today be very positive, period. A positive day. Be smart. Take the precautions that you need to take. But be wise. Don't panic, because panicking never solves anything. But just be aware. Be positive. Have a wonderful day, Tea Talkers. I love you with all of my heart. Until next time, peace.